Welcome to another live stream of Roll Up a Power Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Alright? What we here for today, Mr. Roll Up? It's about them quiet ones. Them the chosen ones. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Is you one of them quiet ones? You know how to keep your mouth closed? This for you. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Hey, look. It took me a while to really learn and understand that the quiet ones is the most dangerous people in the world. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Man, look. Growing up from where I'm from, it was like the rah-rah ones was the ones you thought that was the tough guys and the ones that was on it, but them really was the weakest individuals in the world. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Sometimes you just gotta learn things in life by experience. And what I've been through and what I learned is that them ones that don't run their mouth that much, them be the real hitters for real. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Man, look. It's been proven over and over again. All you gotta do is just watch these little hood fights you see on the internet, man. Pay attention to them. The ones that run their mouth, always the ones that get fucked up. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. All right, let's get it, right? So, the quiet individuals, right? The ones that know how to keep their mouth closed. The ones that don't say too much. The ones that don't give you all their business. The ones that know how to go lay low. You know what I'm saying? Without having to let people know what they doing. Those same type of people is the most dangerous individuals in the world. You know what I'm saying? Well, growing up in the hood, it's like when you get into some shit with people, it's like motherfuckers get the wolfing this shit. It's like a big ass wolf party, right? And the wolf party be basically like, nigga, I do this and I do that. Or nigga, you got me fucked up. Woo, woo, woo. Or nigga, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Every time I seen one of them big woofers, them usually be the scariest people. Or when it do finally come down to that action, them be the ones that fold every single time. Ain't that some crazy shit? Man, listen, right? I done seen some of the toughest motherfuckers, right? Get their ass beat. I mean, whooped by the same people that don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time I was like in the 6th grade, right? And it was this girl. She was real quiet. She didn't talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? She kept her mouth closed. She ain't talk to nobody. And it was this other girl that ran with a crew of another girls. It was about 5 or 6 of them, right? Man, the girl was always woofing at the quiet girl, right? Always blah 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 blah. Bitch, you ain't shit, man. All of that, right? I thought the quiet girl was scared for real. You know what I'm saying? Because she would never say nothing back. She would never indulge in none of that, right? Man, the woofing bitch pushed her one day, right? We was coming out of school. The woofing girl, she came up behind her, pushed her from the back, right? When she pushed her, you know the girl fell first, right? She turned around, she took her book bag off, straight hands. Beep, 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 beep. She beat that girl up so bad, right? The girl that was woofing, bloodied her face, all of that shit. Fucked her up like this, right? Fucked her up so bad, her crew ran away. The crew of girls that was with her. Like, you know, they all on the sideline woofing too. When they seen a girl get beat up by the quiet girl, they took off running because they didn't want to get whooped. Like, the quiet girl was like a ninja or something. Like, she put the beats on her. Now, the girl that was woofing, been woofing at the quiet girl for about a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just going. She did not like the quiet girl for nothing because the quiet girl, you know, minded her business. She didn't say too much. You know what I'm saying? You know, in the hood, it be like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people don't like quiet people. They think the quiet people be the police. They think the quiet people be the ones that's gonna tell on them about something that's, you know, that's low key watching motherfuckers to snitch and be on some shit like that, right? And that's exactly what the woofing girl was on. Bitch, why you so quiet? Why you don't never say nothing? Blah, 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 blah. All of that type of shit, right? Man, like I said, when the woofer pushed her and her girl was on the sideline, yeah, beat that bitch ass. Blah, 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 blah. Man, listen, the quiet girl turned straight ninja. Put the beats on her, right? Her crew ran off. After the fight was over and they had broke all this shit up, man, the girl, the woofing girl, her teeth, her front two teeth, the top two teeth, and the top two bottom teeth was knocked out. So she had 4 teeth missing. Her 4 front teeth, top and bottom, gone. Changed her whole perspective. The woofer stopped woofing. She had 4 teeth missing. The 4 front teeth. You know what I'm saying? And the quiet girl, she remained quiet. You know, she kept going on about her business. That was the first time I seen what quiet people can do and what they really capable of. You know what I'm saying? Not going on with life later on down the line. Like I said, we started gang banging and all of this shit, right? You know, everybody wolfing back and forth. Nigga, my crew, fuck y'all niggas up. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? All this back and forth shit, right? Man, listen, dog. Oh my God. Again, the ones that did all the woofing was the ones that got whooped every time. So it'd be a crew of guys talking they shit. Like, yeah, we gonna fuck y'all niggas up after school, blah, 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 blah. After school come, the ones that ran their mouth, always the ones that get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Now let me say this, right? Y'all remember Frank Lucas and the line he said, the loudest in the room is the weakest in the room. That's a true statement. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just about fighting. It's about business, life, just in general. You know what I'm saying? The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. That's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? Clothes, jewelry, talking. The loudest one is the weakest one. That's just the truth in reality. The quiet one, that's the one that got it for real. And they learn that throughout life that you have to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? If you want to progress and, you know, be better, you have to be quiet. And when it comes to the fighting, you know, you don't let people know you a fighter. You don't got to do all that woofing and none of that shit. You just let that shit show when the time come. So again, the quiet ones, man, them the ones that you don't want to play with. You know what I'm saying? But it's always somebody that want to test them because they think they soft, because they quiet. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I learned about the quiet individuals, right? Them the ones that got the most money. Them the ones living the best life. Them the ones that be out of town doing what they supposed to do. Look, right? You know how you get people that go on trips and shit like that, and they always got to post pictures of where they at and what they doing and what they wearing and all of that shit? The weakest ones. The ones that keep their mouth closed, you don't even know that they be out of town and doing their thing. Them the real ones. Them the real steppers. Them the ones that's really doing it because they don't got to tell you their business. They just do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, I learned a lot about being quiet over the years, right? I was one of them types. I used to love to let my people know when I got to coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like I got some money on the floor. I got a play going on. You know what I'm saying? I love to let everybody know. Hey, look, something about to fall through. You feel me? We about to do this. Woo, woo. Man, I'm about to put everybody hip. You know, blah, blah, blah. Every time I had a situation like that happen, it always got shot down for some odd ass reason. Like, shit would just never work out for me. You know what I'm saying? Because running your mouth always shut you down. You got to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? So when I turned around and said, you know what? Let me be quiet about this situation. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just let this shit happen, right? I let this shit happen. Guess what? The shit happened. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be a whole lot better than letting everybody know, prepping people before it happened. Just let this shit happen. Don't even say nothing. Just let this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Just fuck everybody up. Because you prepping everybody for what's about to happen, then when it do, just to say it do go through, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no surprise. Because you was whooping about it too much. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was expecting it. Because you was talking about it. You was running your mouth too much. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a artist. Just to say like your favorite artist, right? Uh, Go ahead and drop an album. Your favorite artist don't say nothing about this album they drop. They just drop the album. Boom. That album do a whole lot better than when that same artist prep you for that album for 3 or 4 months. Yeah, I got this fire that's about to drop 3, 4 months from now. Woo woo. Stay tuned. Everybody anticipating on that album to drop. Then when that shit dropped 3, 4 months later, everybody, man, that shit was trash. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Been hyped up for this shit, been waiting on it. It wasn't nothing like what I thought it was. How many times have you seen that? But when an artist just drops some shit, don't even say nothing, just drop that shit. The motherfuckers be like, damn, that shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? Dog came out of nowhere with some straight up heat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why life work like that, but it do, man. You know? So when you be quiet and you just let shit happen, it take you a whole lot further than running your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And prepping everybody and letting everybody know what to expect. Because when you prepping people, they ready for it. You know what I'm saying? So it don't turn out the way how you was expecting it to turn out because people was ready for it. You know, another another example, right? Just to say, like you come across $100,000, right? And just say you know you got this $100,000 coming, and out of the 100,000, you know you're gonna spend 50,000 of it on a car. Just say you found a Corvette for $50,000, right? And you know you got $100,000 coming, and you like, you know what? You telling everybody, man, I'm about to spend 50 bands on this vet. Yeah, I'm about to spend that 50 bands on that vet. As soon as that money drop, that money about a month away. As soon as it come, I'm dropping 50 bands on it. Guess what? Everybody expecting you to drop that vet because you've been running your mouth talking about this shit. As opposed to you just kept your mouth closed. You ain't said nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then a month later, you drop this vet out of nowhere. Everybody like, damn, this nigga just dropped vet. Like, what the fuck was that about? Where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big difference in between keeping your mouth closed and running your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know how to just keep your mouth closed at all times. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know, you might be excited, you know, and the anticipation got you going and, you know, you want to go ahead and speak up and let everybody know. But a lot of times when you just running your mouth and just telling people what's going on, they be preying on your downfall. Now, I'm one of them type of people that believe that whatever is for you, can't nobody stop it. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, people praying against you is also true in the same sense. You know what I'm saying? And I know that firsthand because I didn't ran my mouth multiple times about shit that I had going on. And it seemed like when I run my mouth about it, it'll be on pause. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll be a slowdown on it. Like it would never fall through the way how I wanted it to fall through. So I be done ran my mouth to everybody about a situation I had going on and the shit didn't fall through. So everybody questioning me, hey, what happened to that one play you was talking about? What happened to that one shit you was on? What happened? What happened? What happened? Now I gotta explain to everybody, oh man, it ain't came through yet. Oh man, it ain't happened yet. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Now everybody looking at me like I'm a phony, like I'm a fraud. I'm making up shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to catch people attention. I'm running around telling all these people, blah blah blah, this and this going on, and then it don't happen. You know what I'm saying? So everybody looking at me like I'm a liar, I'm a capper. I'm trying to get some attention. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to when the situation was about to happen and I ain't say nothing at all. I just kept my mouth closed. I ain't say shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when the shit popped off, boom, I popped out. And everybody like, oh shit, what the fuck was that about? Where did they come from? We wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't know. Woo. Man, keeping your mouth closed is some of the most dangerous shit you could do in this world. Swear to God. You know what I'm saying? Back to the Frank Lucas thing that I was saying. The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. I done seen this plenty of times where I done seen a guy in a Lamborghini and I seen a guy in a Honda Accord and the guy in the Lamborghini be broke and the guy in the Honda Accord be up $1 million because the guy in the Lambo, he wanted to be loud. He wanted everybody to see him. He wanted everybody to know what he was doing. And he really ain't have it like that. Or what he did have, he spent it on it. Whereas the guy with the Honda Accord, he kept his mouth closed. He went and bought something small and cheap, and he kept the rest of that money in his pocket. So now whatever he want to do with life, he could do it because he got it. He didn't have to open his mouth, buy his car. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? He was able to open his mouth by what he have behind him, not what he trying to present to people, by what he kept in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how that shit work, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's the honest to God truth. Let me go ahead and throw myself in the mix. When we talking about with these cars, right? I done told y'all before, I went broke for renting cars for 5 years straight. I rented cars for 5 years straight. From 2020 all the way up until from 2020 all the way up until a few months ago. So almost 5 years, you know what I'm saying? But I just rounded off to 5 years, right? Man, I done had all the whips, whatever you could think of. I'm all around the city, doing my thing, looking good. Don't get me wrong, I had money and shit, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, my money went towards them damn cars. You know what I'm saying? And broke me down and stripped me. You feel me? It was all fun and games while it was going on. And let me say this, I don't regret nothing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no regrets. It ain't no, oh, I wish I can go back and take that back. Oh, I wish I didn't do that. Nah, none of that at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't regret nothing in my life. I had fun. I knew what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I had a choice to do it or not to do it, and I did because that's what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no regrets at all. But I'm just going ahead and just giving y'all examples of what I mean about, you know, the quiet ones, right? Well, I was out here being loud because I wanted to be in the newest whips. I wanted to be in shit that people my age wasn't doing. I'm in shit that when niggas turn 50 years old and retire, that's the type of shit they in. I wanted to be on that in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? I want to be 20 years ahead of the game. So here I am being loud, trying to be like the guys that then did their time and they didn't retire. So now they can sit back and they can enjoy that type of shit. I want to be loud like them. Nah, you know what I'm saying? They got the option to be loud because they was quiet. They did their time. They did what they were supposed to do. So now they can be loud. Well, here I am. I ain't got to that level. I'm trying to be loud with them. Hey, I don't want to be 50 years old doing this shit. I want to do this shit now. You know what I'm saying? So I went ahead, I opened my mouth, being loud, hitting the car lights, hitting the Hertz and the Alamos and damn, all them other, car companies, all them rental places and shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of their names right now. But I was tearing all them bitches up. I go to the airport, tear all their ass up. Give me that. Give me this. Give me that. Oh, this light, that, you don't got what I want. Go to the next light. Nah, I want that. I don't give a fuck how much it costs. That's what I want. That's what I need to hit the streets in. You know what I'm saying? When I could have took that Honda Odyssey or some shit. Nah, I want big dog. I want that Escalade. You know what I'm saying? I want that SS Camaro. I don't want the V6 Camaro. I need the SS. You know what I'm saying? When the V6 Camaro might have been like $50 a day. But nah, I gotta have the SS Camaro. The SS Camaro, that bitch, $160 a day. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care because I gotta be loud. I gotta let it be known. Hey, this what I want. You know what I'm saying? Nah, ain't nothing wrong with having what you want. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with it. But again, when you open your mouth, you gotta be ready to pay that price. You know what I'm saying? So with me doing that, right? I'm renting all these cars back to back. I went on the longest streak with renting cars. You know how people will rent cars and they might have that rental for a couple of days or some shit like that. Jane, what's the deal? I don't know. I just keep I keep up with my dental. You feel me? Now look, like I said, I had the longest run with renting cars. Like I was renting cars nonstop. You know how people will rent cars like on some prime shit, for like 2 or 3 days or something, maybe a week or two, maybe 30 days. Me, I was nonstop. I was month after month after month after month, year after year. Like I didn't stop. I stayed cashing some shit out. I told y'all 2020, I blew $100,000 just on renting cars alone. You know what I'm saying? I could have took that $100,000 and bought a nice car and could still have that motherfucker. But I blew that shit on rentals, and I don't got none of them cars now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that being loud shit as to being quiet. I could have been quiet. I could have took that 100 bands, bought me a nice whip for 40, 50,000 or something, pocketed the other 50,000, and could have moved on with my life. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I wanted to be loud because I want to switch cars every 2 weeks. I don't want to ride this same car for a whole year. I don't want to ride this same car for 6 months. I want to keep on switching them bitches up. You know what I'm saying? Man, that shit cost me like a motherfucker. Like I said, the loud ones in the room is the weakest ones in the room. And again, I don't regret nothing. It was just, this is just my example of showing you when you be loud, that shit catch up with you eventually. You know what I'm saying? And that shit caught up with me. Like, man, I had a great time. You know what I'm saying? I got pictures with shit. I done did a lot of shit. I didn't gain a lot of, what can you call it, notoriety. You know what I'm saying? Attention. I got a nickname out here in the streets. Like people know me for having all the whips. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that shit don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got a little name off it or whatever, but so what? I don't got none of this shit now. You know what I'm saying? Here I am starting all over again because I was on that type of time. And again, one more time, I don't regret nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely a lesson learned, but I'm just telling y'all, when you loud out here, that shit get right with you. You know what I'm saying? It really do. It catch right up with your ass. Sometimes you just gotta go ahead and just sit down and just keep your mouth closed. Another thing with that, I peep that when I go ahead and I chill, I stay out the way and don't nobody know what I'm doing, and then I just pop out. it's like it's a whole different glow as opposed to being on the internet prepping everybody up. Oh, look, this what I got coming. This what I'm about to be on. You know, this what I'm about to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting everybody know what I'm about to do, and as opposed to just doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me use another famous quote. Payroll Giovanni. He was like, you know, just lay low and stack. He was like, when you pop back out, just remember they face. You know what I'm saying? I had took a loss a couple of years ago. Like I said, everybody known me for just hopping out whip at the whip. Well, I did. That's what I was on. But I think this was 2023, right? I had a little downfall, right? So I wasn't coming exactly how I was. I had to like downgrade on some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I went from like 300 S's and shit like that to a Ford Taurus, right? Everybody like, damn, this nigga done fell off. You know what I'm saying? What happened? This nigga, he was in them new things. Woo woo. This nigga in the Taurus. You know what I'm saying? I just kept my mouth closed. I grinded out in that Taurus. And boom, I popped back out. Alfa Romeo. You know what I'm saying? I went from American to some foreign shit. Niggas like, damn, how the fuck that happened? You know what I'm saying? I'm just riding past people and I see the look on their face. You know, just what Payroll said. You know, when you pop back out, just remember the look on their face. You know, and I swear to God, it was the honest truth. You know, when I could have been prepping everybody, oh, look, yeah, man, I'm about to come back out with this. I'm about to go ahead and drop this in a minute. You feel me? Nah, I ain't say shit. I just kept it low key. I just played it how I played it. You know, and word was getting around the hood. Everybody was saying I fell off and shit. You know, I'm on some bum shit. I'm riding around the tours. You know, people laughing at me like, oh, this nigga, he didn't fell off. He ain't on that no more. That nigga just had a little spurt going on, you know, but that nigga really wasn't living like that, blah, blah, blah. Instead of me, you know, trying to be loud and let everybody know, oh man, that ain't nothing. Watch me. I'm about to jump back out. Watch this. I'm about to drop this. Watch this. I'm about to do that. Instead of me being on all that, I just kept my mouth closed. Oh, okay. This what people saying about me. You know what I'm saying? This how everybody feel about me. Oh, okay, cool. Big, big. Boom. Motherfucking mission went through for me. I'm back up. You know what I'm saying? I pop back out. And some shit way better than all the other shit that I was in. You know what I'm saying? And when I pop back out, I seen the look on everybody's face. Everybody, damn. Like this nigga just came back out of nowhere and ain't say nothing. Because before that, I ain't gonna lie. I was all on the internet letting everybody know what I was about to do, what I was about to drop, how I'm coming, what I'm on, where I be going. I was posting all this shit. I ain't gonna lie, I was, you know. So people knew what to expect out of me. You know what I'm saying? And then when I would come with it, it wasn't a surprise because that's everybody knew how I was coming because I was televising it. I was letting everybody know what I was on. I was being loud. You know what I'm saying? So when the shit did come, it wasn't a surprise to nobody. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to when I had that downtime and I had to ride around that Ford Tours. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was speaking down on me. Oh, he fell off. You know, he just had him a nice little run. Not look at him. He back in regular shit just like everybody else. You know, I kept my mouth closed. Okay, cool. The same people I'm hearing talking about me, I'm riding past them in this Ford Taurus. Oh, what up, bro? You good? Woo woo. I'm just throwing the deuces. Yeah. I heard you speaking down on me. You know what I'm saying? And I could pull up and prove a point, nigga. This is just a little downtime. I'm about to pop back out in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got me fucked up. Instead of me doing that, I kept it quiet. I'm like, all right, bet. You know? Just kept riding around regular Ford Tours, you know. It wasn't like no 99 Tours or nothing like that, even though it ain't no diss to them. I'm just saying it wasn't. It was what, a 2016 tour. You know what I'm saying? One of the newer ones. But it still was what it was coming from all the shit that I was in. I'm in the new Suburbans. I'm in the SS Camaros, the drop top 5.0s. You know what I'm saying? The 300Ss. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just coming back to back, all type of shit. You feel me? Then the next year I turned around, dropped wide body scat. You feel me? Like, I was coming. I dropped Audi truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was coming back to back. I just kept dropping shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I went from all of that, and mind you, all these new cars, like 2020s and up, every last one of them I was dropping was brand new cars. You know what I'm saying? So I come from them to a 2016 Ford Taurus. You know what I'm saying? So word getting around, oh, he fell off. He a bum. He just had a little run. Woody woo, woody woo. Okay, that's what's going on. By this time, I learned to be quiet because I ran my mouth so much. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, now it's time to be quiet. You didn't ran your mouth. You didn't showed your hand. You didn't prove to everybody what you could do. You don't got to prove nothing no more. Just shut up. Let it happen. Be quiet. That's what I did. I was quiet. I don't got nothing to say. All right, cool. I'm going to just chill. You know, I'm going to just let this shit happen how it happened. I'm going to just chill. Pop back out. Seen the look on their face. You know what I'm saying? It was like, what? Like, eyes big as hell, mouth, jaw dropped to the ground. Like, couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? And when I came back even harder than I did before. You know, the loudest ones in the room is the weakest ones in the room. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't learn from that experience. You know, when, like I said, when I had that little downtime, I was like, you know what? Let me start running my mouth. You know, even though I wasn't trying to grandstand on nobody, it was just, shit for the internet. You know how it is on the internet when you just talk about the shit you do. You know, I learned from that. I'm like, I ain't gonna say nothing no more. I'm gonna just do the shit. You feel me? That way people won't be expecting different things out of me. They just see whenever it happened. You know, again, the quietest person is the most dangerous individual. You feel me? I learned that the long way, real talk. And again, like I was saying about, the people that's low key, that don't run their mouth, that don't say shit. Them be the ones that be up the most. You feel me? Let me use my daddy for example with this, right? My daddy was not a flashy person at all. No jewelry, no sweet cars, no expensive clothes, no nothing. My daddy was the most regular nigga in the world. Quiet as hell, went to work, right? Now I told y'all when I was a kid, I used to go in his pockets because my daddy was a bus driver, right? No, well, before he got to doing that, he was in the streets. He was a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? You know when you dealing drugs, you keep a knot of money on you like this all the time, right? Well, he had to switch his ways when I came about, right? So he went from drug dealing to getting a job, which he started driving buses, right? He would leave his work pants on the stairs. I told y'all my mom and my daddy lived upstairs, like in the attic, and I lived on the main floor, right? My daddy would leave his pants on the stairs leading upstairs. He'd leave them like on the second step, so when you open the door, his pants right there on the steps, right? I wait till I hear him snoring. I know he knocked out. I open the door, go in his pocket, pull it out. It'd be a knot like this every time. My daddy at least have a good 5 bands. No cap. My daddy dead and gone. I don't lie on the dead. You know what I'm saying? My daddy kept a fat knot just like this every single day. And like I said, he was the most regular motherfucker in the world. Kept a knot in his pocket. That don't even got nothing to do with his bank account. That was just what he kept in his pocket on a rainy day for anything, right? Man, I'd be flipping through his money, hundreds, 50s, 20s, 10s. I'm 7, 8 years old. I ain't never seen this much money in my life. You know what I'm saying? But it's coming from my daddy pocket. And he never grandstand, act like he had it or none of that. He was just regular as hell. And my daddy had it. My daddy drove a pickup truck. You know what I'm saying? A two-seater pickup truck. When that nigga could boy whatever. You know what I'm saying? His thing was a two-seater pickup truck. That was him. You know, he wore the same clothes every day. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all can see me on here pretty much wearing the same shit. Like, I learned to be frugal off of him. You know what I'm saying? No lie. Swear to God. Like, he wear the same shit and got Big Night in his pocket, right? Man, dog. My daddy was the most calm, collected nigga in the world. And he had it. If anytime something happened, he could pay for it right off the rip in cash. He didn't have to pull out a credit card, you know, get a loan. That nigga had it in cash. You feel me? And he was the most regular person. You would have thought my daddy was a broke ass bum. Like, that's how he carried himself. He was quiet. He was quiet. You know what I'm saying? He was quiet, man. And then I grew up and became the opposite of him. You know what I'm saying? I want to be out here in all these whips and, you know, the newest clothes and the latest designer and the best fashion and all of that shit. And that shit broke the hell out of me. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, I look back on my daddy like, damn, like, he the one that did it, right? And he was showing me that at a young age. You know what I'm saying? But of course, I'm my own individual. I went my own route. You know what I'm saying? So with me going my own route, I did my own thing. So when I seen myself losing, I look back on him. Like, damn, he gave me the blueprint when I was a youngin'. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't look at it like that. You know? I just looked at it like, well, that's him. That's just the type of shit he be on. But he was teaching me at a young age, the quiet one in the room is the most dangerous. The loud one in the room is the weakest one. You know what I'm saying? And my daddy, fighter, beat the shit out your ass. He didn't have to let it be known in the hood. He'll fuck you up. Trying. You know what I'm saying? My daddy knew some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And he never had them problems because people knew that the quiet ones is the most dangerous ones. It's the ones that run their mouth that ain't on shit. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Man, I had to learn the long way, man. And I ain't gonna lie, you know, when I was in the streets, I was loud. I was. But at the same time, I can handle myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never let nobody fuck me up or none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was loud when I didn't have to be. You know what I'm saying? But I was, because that was the mentality we had at that time. You know what I'm saying? Was to be loudmouth, gorilla ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? But I learned all that ape shit wasn't about nothing. It wasn't about nothing. Because most of the niggas that I was around that was on ape shit, running it, them niggas get locked up, they tell on you. The same ones that's rah, 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 rah. They get locked up, they gonna tell on you. The quiet ones, they get locked up, they stay quiet. Being quiet is their thing. They get locked up, hey, give me my lawyer. I don't want to talk. You know what I'm saying? I already know what's up. I don't want to talk. But the loud ones that's out here in the streets, blah, 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 they get in that interrogation room, guess what they doing? The same thing they was doing in the street. Blah, 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 blah. I seen it over and over again. I was like, damn, it's true that the loudest ones is the weakest ones. It's true in all forms. No matter how you look at it, cars, clothes, jewelry, in the streets, taking trips or money, you know, whatever. The loudest ones is the weakest ones. People that got to talk about how much money they got, you know, and all the designer they got and all of that shit, them be the miserable ones inside for real, because they got to let everybody know what they got. Hey, look at me. Look what I got. Look what I'm doing. Look what I'm on. When if you got it for real, you don't got to say shit. Everybody know you got it. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to say nothing. Everybody know you got it. That's the difference with being loud and being quiet. Because when you got it, you don't gotta say shit. You don't gotta say nothing. People already know. And you can wear the bummiest shit and all of that, and people still know. Or as opposed to the loud one, they gotta wear the latest designer, gotta flash all their money, and them the ones that don't got shit on the inside. They don't got nothing. So what they got on the outside, they gotta show it. Hey, look at this. Look at what I got. But if you get to know them on some real, they empty on the inside. They don't have it like what you think they do. That's why they out running their mouth. Because they want to show you, look, I got it. So when they reel you in with what they talking about, and you start seeing on the inside, they really empty. You like, damn, I thought you was that nigga. I thought you was that bitch. I thought, but really you ain't shit for real. You know what I'm saying? And then the quiet ones, you think that ain't on nothing. And you get to know them, man, them be some of the best individuals in the world. You know what I'm saying? Peace and wisdom. What's the deal, my dog? Tap in. You know what it is. Tap the fuck in. Man, listen. Them quiet ones, them the ones that got it. Them the ones that live the best life. Them the ones that'll fuck you up on sight. You know what I'm saying? Them the ones that have your back. Them the ones that's gonna make it, that already made it. You know what I'm saying? Them the ones that got the real game, that can teach you some shit. Man, how can I put it, right? With me growing up in the hood around my homies and all of that shit, I lost the most being with a big ass crowd, being on rah-rah. I ain't had shit. But when I learned how to be by myself and be quiet amongst myself, that's when I had the most. You know what I'm saying? Go from hanging with 20, 30 motherfuckers every day, you would think like, hey, you with 20 niggas. At least 5 of y'all got a plan. You know what I'm saying? To make it about this bitch, it's at least a couple of us that's got this shit figured out. Like, we about to get up out of here on at least 3 or 4 heads in this circle. Nah, man. I was more powerful by myself than I was with 30 people. You know what I'm saying? How do that make sense? That shit don't make no sense. Like, you move in a higher volume by yourself than you do with a group of people. Because that group of people you with, all of them loudmouths. Ain't none of them getting nothing done. It's just a bunch of chattering and not getting nothing done. It's no peace of mind. It's just blah, 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 blah. Nothing getting done. How you know? I was the block advocate. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. My guys, they didn't grow up and they living good lives and stuff like that. But it took for everybody to separate. You know what I'm saying? Because when everybody was together, we wasn't getting nothing done. All we was doing was partying, drinking, gang banging, and being on the block all day. That's all we was doing. But when everybody started to separate, our minds started opening up like, damn, I could run this business. I can get this done. I can do that. I can do this. Let me use one of my homies for example, right? My homie D Money from the block, right? Growing up, D Money, he was the light-skinned pretty boy, right? So he wasn't like cut like us, you know, that wanted to fight and be on the block and all of that type of shit, right? Like he was a little different from us, but he was on the block with us, right? Well, his people took him off the block early, right? I guess they was like, fuck that. You ain't about to grow up like these niggas. You know what I'm saying? So he took him off the block early. He popped back out maybe 10 years later. They took him off the block when it was like 7, 8 years old, right? He popped back up on the block about 10 years later. He's still one of the homies. You know what I'm saying? So of course we welcome him back with open arms. Now he didn't come back to move back on the block with us. He was just, come by popping up, fucking with us, shit like that. I could see the difference in between him and us. Like he was on a whole nother level than we was because he was able to be separated from us. He was able to have his peace and mind, and he was able to lock in and get himself together. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to us popping out on the block every day, all day, every day, talking about the same shit, doing the same shit. He wasn't on the block with us. He was somewhere in his own zone where he was able to lock in up here. When we was on the block, we wasn't able to lock in right here. We on the block watching it every corner. Cars coming through, niggas walking by, us talking shit to each other, people coming out this house, that house. We was distracted at all times because we was loud. He was quiet. So he had all the time to lock in with himself. So when he popped back out on the block, he stood out. He didn't look like us. He didn't talk like us. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't the same. It was just that when we would go to the clubs and take pictures, he'd throw up the same gang signs as us and all of that type of shit. But after that, he'd jump in his car and go back to the burbs. We go back to the block. You know what I'm saying? Two completely different lifestyles from the same guys from the same block, right? Fast forward the tape a little more. Now he living a great life. He got his own business going on. He got a landscaping company that he run on his own. He landscape by himself. He would cut 20 houses in one day by himself because he locked in. He locked in with himself. He don't need a group of people to help him take care of his business. He could do that shit on his own. And he do it on his, I didn't see him did it. This ain't nothing that I'm just talking. I didn't see him do this shit on his own multiple times because I didn't work with him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see him do a 3-4 man job. I didn't see him do it by himself. I seen it. It's been days where I was working with him and I wasn't feeling good. And I'd just sit in the truck and we'd just go house to house. Maybe I'd do some little shit like, pull out the leaf blower, blow away the grass and shit when he done. He'd go out there and cut the grass, edge it up, you know what I'm saying, weed whack it. He'd do all this shit by himself. And like I said, I'd come through with the blower and blow the damn grass away. Boom, we gone to the next house, right? He did a 3-man job by himself. And he could have did the whole 4 by himself, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But I'm there. So, of course, I got to do something. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see him do it because he locked in. He locked in with who he is. He kept his mouth closed. He stayed out the way. You know what I'm saying? He locked in. He could do a 4-man job by himself. He don't got to hire 3 people to help him. He could do that shit by himself. And that's why he so successful now. He got him a nice crib out in the burbs, West Bloomfield to be exact. West Bloomfield is one of the richest cities in Oakland County. Do your homework on Oakland County, Michigan. Oakland County is one of the richest counties in the world. And this is my homie that grew up on the same block. He grew up across the street from me. And now he living in one of the richest counties in the world, one of the richest cities in that county. You know what I'm saying? With his own business that he could run by himself. He don't gotta hire nobody to help him. He could do that shit by himself. Why? Because he locked in. He was able to be by himself and center in on who he is. And he learned that he a 1-man army. He ain't need all that. You know what I'm saying? So, again, like I said from the beginning, the quiet motherfuckers is the most dangerous ones, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just seen this out of my own homeboy. You feel me? So, fast forward the tape some more. Me and the rest of my guys, we split. We went our ways, right? I hated that. I hated that for us, I just knew that we was the forever clique. Like, it wasn't no part in us. I just knew that we was gonna be them guys that would be on the block 30, 40 years later. You know what I'm saying? Not saying like still posted up, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we still was gonna be together. And if we did come to the block, you know, time to time to have a drink or whatever, I just knew we would be them guys. Nah, we all had to go our own ways. And when we did, it like really showed that that's what we needed. We needed that separation. We needed that to be quiet. Be quiet. Just because that's your homeboy, you don't got to tell him your next move. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. We all separated to make our own moves. And we all doing our own thing. And we all doing good. We all great fathers. We got good jobs, or we got our own businesses. You know what I'm saying? We all doing good. You know what I'm saying? Crazy how life worked, man. And then those same guys that we grew up in the hood with, you know, that was the loud mouse and, you know, the most gangster motherfuckers and all of that. They still over there in the hood. Still broke as hell. Still don't got nothing going on. Still don't know what their next move is. You know what I'm saying? While they watching people like the rest of us that learn how to be quiet in life. They watching us pass them up. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, at this point, I don't know if they see the difference in between being quiet and being loud. I don't know if they see the difference or not, or if they care or not. Well, let me bag it up. Of course they see the difference. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, they probably don't care because they too far into the game. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, they whole thing is from now on out, from here on out, fuck it. They together. They locked. Like I was saying about my crew, we was supposed to be the forever clique. They the forever clique. And that's what was meant for them. For us to learn from that. Like, hey, you want to be that forever clique, this where y'all niggas gonna be at. Y'all gonna be still stuck on the block, still doing the same shit. As opposed to growing up and shutting your mouth to where you could live a great life. Them guys over there, they gotta carry guns. They gotta protect themselves at all times. They gotta watch every corner, every block. You know what I'm saying? They got ops looking for them. This is their lifestyle because they loud. That loud shit attracts shit. So this is what they got going on in our 30s, going into our 40s, mid 30s and shit. They still got this same high school shit going on because they still them loud niggas. Whereas we was able to escape that and we quiet. We in our own zone. We all in our own different places doing our own things. Ain't nobody in my crew dead. We all living. You know what I'm saying? We all in different places doing different things. And I see my guys on the internet, everybody living life. We don't got to be on the phone all day. Oh, nigga, what you doing? What you got going on? Where you at? How life going? We don't got to do none of that. We see each other on the internet. We applaud each other by the internet. Now, if it's like that and we all want to link up and shit, like we can, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no problem. But again, we learn to be quiet. Move on. We had our time. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no beef or nothing. It's just, it was time to move on. And that's exactly what we did. We all moved on. And God rewarded us by us moving on. By giving us families, you know what I'm saying? Giving us a peace of mind, you know, giving us better environments to live in, you know what I'm saying? Giving us businesses to handle, giving us great opportunities in life to do better, you know what I'm saying? All because we learned how to be quiet. We became quiet, God shifted us at different angles. All right, put you over here, put you over there, put you over here, put you over there. Because guess what? The world is bigger than your hood. You know what I'm saying? That 2 square mile radius hood that you got, the world is bigger than that. No matter if you did know everybody over there, you did put in work over there, you did all of that rah-rah shit over there. Guess what? The world bigger than that. Way bigger than that. That shit is a little bitty ass dot compared to what the whole world got to offer you. You know what I'm saying? And we wouldn't have never known that if we would have kept on being quiet. I mean, damn, saying being quiet. We would have kept on being rah-rah, being loud. You know what I'm saying? My guy, you got these two hairs popping out your shit that are just killing me. What's that? My gray hairs? What you talking about? All right. So like I said, we wouldn't have known what the world got to offer to us if we would have just kept on being loud and rah-rah, being on the block, back and forth, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't. We had to get quiet because we was watching what was going on around us. We saw our own homeboy D Money be quiet. You know what? Before I end this, let me throw another homie in there. I forgot all about my homie Ahmad. You know what I'm saying? Ahmad was from the block too. He stayed right across the street from me, right? Ahmad was another one. Got swept off the block when we was like 8, 9 years old, right? Gone, disappeared. We don't know what the fuck happened to Ahmad, right? He just been gone. He been gone from, like I said, about 8 until we was about 16. So he was gone for about 8 years. And then he popped back out. I remember this like it was yesterday. Me and my little homie, we on the block kicking it, right? We seen this brand new Jag, clean as hell, coming up the block. Like, damn, who the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Seeing the Jag in the hood like that was like, it was like you was rich. You know what I'm saying? You came through the hood in the Jag, especially back then, We seen that motherfucker come sliding up the street. You like, damn, who the fuck is this? Ahmad pulled up to his old house. His moms and them still stayed there, but he moved. So what happened was his granddaddy came and got him. His granddaddy didn't want him growing up in the hood where he was living with his mama in the hood. And the granddaddy knew that the mama couldn't, handle him or whatever they had going on. So the granddaddy decided to take Ahmad under his wing, right? Came and snatched Ahmad up as a youngin', right? 8 years later, we teenagers. Ahmad pull up in the Jag, pull up to mom's crib, right? When we seen him pull up to the house and he jumped out, Ahmad got big suit on. Know this suit at least $5,000. You know what I'm saying? Big, nice Italian suit. We zoomed in like, is that Ahmad? You know what I'm saying? He looked at us. He threw the deuces. We like, Ahmad, what's up? Man, we ran down there to him. We like, nigga, we ain't seen you in years. What's up? Mind you, we in hood gear on some broke shit. This nigga pulled up in a Jag, nice Italian suit. We like, man, what the fuck been going on? He like, shit, man. He came to scoop me, you feel me? Now, his granddaddy owned a jewelry store. So basically, his granddaddy put him in the jewelry store, taught him how to be a businessman, things like that. 8 years later, Ahmad in big Italian suit, Jag. What happened? He was put in his own space where he was able to lock in. You know what I'm saying? He was able to be quiet. He wasn't on the block with us being rah-rah. He was able to be quiet. He was able to lock in with himself. And that shit turned him up. It shot him to a whole nother level. And after that, we didn't see Ahmad no more. Ahmad didn't come back through. You know what I'm saying? He was done with the hood. You feel me? We like, damn, that's just crazy how that happened, Here it is, 20 years later. And now I'm sitting here talking about this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it was the realest shit, man. The quiet ones is the most dangerous. The loudest ones is the weakest ones. If you ain't learned nothing else from what I done said today, know that. You keep your mouth closed and you get out the way, you lock in with who you is. If you want to be loud and you want to be around everybody, you ain't gonna have nothing and you ain't gonna do nothing. That's just how life work, baby. You know what I'm saying? Lock in with yourself. Your whole life will change, man. That's just the honest to God truth. It's been another live stream of Roll Up a Power Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.